Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah. Revelations 11, verse 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified. Now, it's a spiritual Egypt, and it has a lot of sodomy going on, and it's a great city or a great country, and it is spiritually holding the Israelites in captivity. Is spiritually representation of Egypt. So this spiritual Egypt will go through the same thing that the first Egypt went through when they had the children of Israel in captivity. Now, there was many plagues put on the Israelites. Put on the Egyptians. Many plagues put on the Egyptians, Salakia, and the purpose of the plagues was to free the Israelites and tell Pharaoh, who was the head over the Egyptians, to let the Israelites go. And so you have Revelations bringing out how there was a spiritual Egypt, and it connected it to the great city. Now, what is this great city? What is this great city? Revelation 17:18 asks the same question. It says, and the woman which thou sawest is that great city, which reigneth over the kings of the earth. So what is that great city that reigns over the kings of the earth? And who is this woman? Revelation 17:5. And upon her head was a name written. Now it's talking in verse 4, it talks about, and the woman was arrayed with purple and scarlet color. You see, now this great city was called the woman, or the woman is the great city. But verse 5 of Revelation 17 said, and upon her forehead was the name written, Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. So Babylon the Great is the woman. Okay, that's the name of the woman. You see on her forehead, this name was written, the Mystery Babylon the Great. But the woman that you sawest, in verse 18 of 17, the woman that thou sawest is a great city. So it's not a woman, it's a great city, but the great city is Babylon the Great, the mother of the harlots, that reigneth over the kings of the earth. You see? So what is this great city that reigneth over the kings of the earth, which is spiritually Sodom and Egypt? Which spiritually is Sodom and Egypt. Now when you go to 18, And we're going to get right to the heart of it. You go to 18, verse 13. It's going to tell you. Now, when it's talking about Babylon, in verse 18, it's describing the thing that's in Babylon that the merchants of all over the world utilize. And when Babylon the Great is destroyed, this spiritual Egypt and Sodom is destroyed, the people, the kings of the earth is going to mourn, because now they can't utilize the things that's in Babylon. So now Revelation 18:13 describes some of the things that's in Babylon. It says, and cinnamon and old odors and ornaments and frankincense and wine, oil, fine flour, wheat, beasts, sheep, horses, and chariots, and slaves, and souls of men. You see? So you got people that's slaves, that's workers. They utilize the slaves in America. The Israelites are slaves in America. There's no other country that has slaves. And if they got slaves, they are the children of the Israel. But America is known and built off slaves like Egypt. You see, just like Egypt, America was established with slaves. The slaves built the nation and maintained the nation. You see, it named chariots before then. The car industry in America rules the world, control the world. The car industry started in America. the Asians just jumped into the car industry in 1970. We had been in the car industry. America been in the car industry since the late 1800s, in the early 1900s. 70 years later, the Asians jumped in the game and started making their version of the chariots. But the slaves are in Babylon the Great, and it identifies who Babylon the Great is. It is America, the spiritual Egypt. Now, Revelation 18 gives America its judgment, and it talked about what would happen to this place. When you go to 18, well, we go to 4 and 8 of chapter 18. Verse 4 say, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues, or receive none of her plagues. Jump down to verse 8. It say, therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burnt with fire, for the Lord is strong who judged her. Okay, when you look at the order of those things, therefore shall her plagues come in one day. So first the plague gonna come. Then death and mourning gonna come. And then famine is gonna come. Famine is gonna be a result of the plagues. Now, when you thinking about this coronavirus, you can easily see how the plague of the coronavirus is coming, spreading over 60 countries, because the children of Israel is spread throughout all the kingdoms of the earth, but mainly in America is the focus. But the coronavirus haven't hit the children of Israel. You see, because the viruses and the plagues that hit Egypt, it didn't mess with the children of Israel. It was hitting everybody else. Italy, China, you see, Iran. It's hitting everybody else but the children of Israel. Then when the death and famine come, that's going to be the grand finale. So we haven't got to that part yet. But this coronavirus is in 60 countries and it's growing by the week. And people don't realize that this is a plague sent by the Most High God to Babylon the Great. And the purpose of it is to let his people go. Because in Babylon the Great, his people have awakened and woke up to the fact that they're Israelites and they standing on the corner prophesying and praying to the Most High to help them to how Yahushua, who they even call Jesus Christ, how he said it, lifting up their heads, seeing what's coming on the earth, hoping for redemption, to redeem them. Because no man is going to redeem them. Only God is going to redeem them. Like in Deuteronomy 28:68 say, no man is going to redeem them. Only God can redeem them. And we on every corner in every city in Babylon the Great prophesying this fact. And the plague is coming. War is coming. All because of the children of Israel. Joel 3 verse 2 talks about he gonna gather all the nations together and he gonna battle with them and plead with them for the children of Israel. This plague is is how he's pleading with them for the children of Israel. So even though he's attacking Babylon personally, he's also attacking all the nations. He's gathering all nations, and he's pleading with all of them. That's why the plague is going worldwide. The plague is not just coming to America. It's worldwide in 60 countries. But just want to make that quick video. All praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem Rekakadash. Double honor to the elders pushing the truth. Peace to the elect worldwide. Death to America. Death to these red dragons. Shalom.